Welcome back to my channel, here from Rome once again, and today I have a juicy topic to talk about. Why? Because I've read so many books in my life, about personal development, business, mindset, leadership, building a company, how to make a company last, and God knows how many others I read that I already forgot. But there was one book I never read about, which talks about, relationship from an entrepreneurial standpoint. This is the fucking life. Like, what if you are an entrepreneur, a serial one, and you want to date someone? I'm referring to men at the moment. It should be another book for women, absolutely, because that's the same topic, but from a different angle, and women have, oh my God, different approaches about that topic, which absolutely doesn't mean one is less important than the other, but today I'm gonna be referring to men. So no one, I will be the first one maybe, ever wrote a book about how you as a man, as a successful entrepreneur, should be knowing about dating a woman. And also a guide for women who wants to date a man, a successful man. Like what a successful man wants from a woman. So maybe you can become that person in order for you, and that's a good piece of advice, attract a successful entrepreneur. Why? Because if I were a woman, if I was a woman, I would want to attract a successful, money-making, intelligent, smart, humble, coachable, self-aware, strong driving force and stuff. I would want to attract a man like that. Why? Of course, because it guarantees me a certain future, because probably it's gonna letting me try certain things I would never try otherwise. He's gonna make me do certain experiences. Oh my goodness. He's gonna let me eat certain kind of foods. Make me maybe travel the world with him. He's gonna make me learn so much, just staying close to him. So, there's so many advantages. But think of this. What if a successful entrepreneur also want to have advantages staying with you? Would that be correct? Would that be incorrect? Should he pick anyone, having him such a big variety of possibilities? Why should he pick you? Why should he stick with you? Why should he pick you long term and not just for a one-night stand? These are very interesting questions, and I'm gonna unfold everything in this video. So first and foremost, let's start with the main topic, which is peace. A successful entrepreneur, he wants peace. So I know sometimes it's hard to, get to a conclusion when I say peace. Why? Because I understand, like, women want adrenaline, women want tension, and of course, like the attraction process at the beginning will contain tension and pulls ups and stuff and energy and that kind of vibe, of course. But we're talking about dating. We're talking about, two people that know each other, that, spend a good quantity of time together. So a successful entrepreneur has to fight all day. That's the truth of entrepreneurship. Like, an entrepreneur has to fight all day. So they have to go into a mission. They have to solve so many problems every single day. And trust me, like, if he is a healthy entrepreneur, he does not want to solve other problems home. Which doesn't mean he's gonna lay down in the couch and he's not gonna talk to you and he's gonna be like you are thinking of, maybe, someone who's just not caring about you. This does not mean wanting peace. Wanting peace means having someone who understands he's on a mission and who doesn't throw stupid issues and problems on the table. But of course, if there's a talk to be done, he's gonna be able to be, if he's healthy, of course, to do that. But just make sure you understand the fact that a man, serial entrepreneur, a killer, a matador, a disruptive man, he wants peace. Overall, he wants to be happy, he wants peace when he's staying with you, because he's in a problem solution phase of his life any other minute of the day. So, for example, just to give you a couple hints, he's not gonna stand when you're like, who you're with, what you're doing, and you wanna chat with him all day, and you're gonna say why you didn't answer, who's that chick, who's that picture you shared on your Instagram profile where they tagged you. And if you're already someone who's going into the tagged, histories, or into the whatever, like you wanna, like a nerd, study where you went, look at the story of the places, let me tell you, dating a serial entrepreneur is not for you. Why? Because of course he's gonna be, in touch with, high-level individual. Of course he's gonna be attending high places where there's a lot of people. Of course he's gonna have attention. Of course, like, these things are gonna come up so many times. And if you are not a healthy person, if you are not someone who knows his value, her value, in your case as a woman, if you're someone who, don't know who you are, what you stand for, and you haven't healed, your wounds, you're gonna suffer so much, because he, as a man, he's gonna expose you to certain dynamics where either you are gonna grow or you're gonna die. Yeah, because at the end of the day, he wants someone who adds something to his life, He doesn't want to be taken away stuff, which doesn't mean he's not willing to give you, because it's gonna give you the world. But before he gives you the world, he wants to understand you're worth receiving it. Why? Because everyone asks from him. Everyone wants stuff. Someone wants his time. Some other people want his money. Some other people want his position. Other people just want him to solve some certain problems, So imagine if you, as a man that solve all that problems during a day, have to meet a woman, and then immediately what she does is to ask for, to urge you for certain, whatever situations or money or gifts. Wouldn't you be surprised if you don't ask for anything and give your all? Wouldn't it be a long-term strategy, and that shows you're a high-value woman that understands and then is not needy, and then, gives without asking for anything else, which is an attribute so rare to find these days? Oh yes, my man, that would be something crazy. So what can you give to him? What can you add to his life? Think of it. He hates lazy people. He hates people laying on the couch, waking up late. He hates that. So what could you add to his life? I'm gonna give you a couple examples here again, maybe to support you a little bit. He wants someone who makes him money. You see, the mind of an entrepreneur, make money. But making money, if it's a healthy, high-level entrepreneur, it's not connected to money itself. Actually, it's connected to the well-being, the peace, the things that make him recharge and feel good and feel strong when he's with you, and that he's learning through you. So for example, wouldn't it be great that you help him becoming more fit if he's not that much? With the food, if he's not that healthy, maybe with the food. What about you teaching him to be more, to add some part of himself, to discover stories through you, that you teach him something you learned, that you're someone who brings on the table, stuff, interesting stuff, and don't just ask him to tell you about his own stuff. Those would be great point of views. We can't skip the step of trust. Trust is so important for a high individual, And I don't even, I think, have to explain you why. It's pretty basic. Trust for a man, it's pivotal. It's crucial. If he doesn't feel he can trust you, not just you and what you do with your body, but you and what you do with your words, with your tongue, with your ways of behaving, with your glances, because he notices them, he knows. He's a smart man. If it's a smart man, because there are also successful individual men which are not that smart. I'm talking about a super high level individual, a healthy man, a healed man, an awakened man. An awakened man knows how a woman behaves. He knows how they behave. So if they're trying to approach someone, if they're behaving, in a way which is too much, they know that. So trust, it's crucial, and you have to understand you're becoming an extension of his reputation. You, as his woman, are an extension of his reputation. What do you post on social media? And who do you put like to? But it's not the topic, it's not he's gonna be checking you. If it's a healthy man, he's not gonna be checking you. He doesn't have the time to be checking you. But before or later, he's gonna notice that. Because he has such a strong vibration, he's gonna somehow understand if you are vibrating the same frequency. Because you are an extension of his reputation. So just make sure to understand this and to know how to behave as a high level woman. Because if you are gonna become one, he's gonna notice. If you're not gonna become one, he's gonna notice. So man, there could be so many discussions and ideas to talk about and to be brought up about this topic that I could go for hours. That's why I do so many consulting calls with, serial entrepreneurs, leaders, so many people, you see them on the outside and they seem to be so perfect and they seem to have such a perfect life. And then in private, when they talk to me, they have relationship issues and family issues and, partnership issues and wow. So just to, give you a couple other ideas, study this topic, read some books, attend certain seminars, go to certain places, listen to you a little bit more, get to know your heart as a man a little bit more, So if you're a man, if you're a woman, just please make me the favor of studying this topic. Just to wrap it up, if you're a woman and you're dating a leader, someone who is in charge of so many things in his life, in his career, just know his mind is a mess. So be patient, give him time, give him peace, give him love. Don't fight with him. Don't argue with him as much as you can, of course. I do understand sometimes you want to and you need to, but give him space, Sometimes if you are talking to him and he's not listening to you, it has nothing to do with you. He's in his own mind. He's maybe thinking of the next 7 million he needs to make in order for the family to go on that vacation, to buy that house, to invest in that property in order for him to make you happy. Maybe he's thinking of the problem he needs to solve tomorrow morning after he has put his phone away just to have a safe dinner with you. Maybe he's thinking of his boy, his guy, his right hand, who is having that issue with this company. So it has nothing to do with you. He loves you, usually. He loves you. He wants to invest in you because you've shown so many times so many things. But maybe he needs to be comprehended, And when he sometimes stands out and just goes somewhere while you were talking and writes something off on the phone and on a piece of paper, it has nothing to do with you. It's just to clear his mind and to be more present with you. So of course, you men, as you're listening, be more present because women love presence, So take the phone out as much as you can. And of course, you two need to communicate because sometimes women tend to say they know, tend to say they understand what's in the mind of the man. But if he's a serial man, probably you do not know what's going on through his mind. So respect that, as a man should respect that on a woman, and talk more. One last thing I forgot to mention, which is this one. Never, ever ask him to pick either you or the business. And you know why? Because he's gonna choose the freaking business. Remember, if you put someone a choice, it's because you are enough weak. So don't be weak. Enjoy life.